Alright boys, what is good? As you guys can see on the screen, I lost about $11,000 today. Happy Monday to you guys. Happy Monday to me. But yeah, overall I took 2 trades today. I'm honestly not mad about the result whatsoever. As you guys can see, I only lost about 300 bucks per account. So yeah, I'm not mad about it at all. There was some things I could have did better with this second trade. Here are my trades right here. Trade number 1, trade number 2, and I could have got a better entry on this first trade as well. But yeah, we'll go over everything and let's get right into it. Let's just go to NQ real quick. Obviously I execute on MNQ, so we'll go back to that. But coming into this morning, I was definitely leaning more bullish than I was bearish, and for this reason right here. So on the 50-minute, what do we have? Well, we had these 15-minute intermediate lows right here, which I don't know what this candle was. Maybe it was a data candle. I don't know what the hell this candle was and why this wick looked like it. But what are we doing? Well, all we did was just accumulate. Okay, we left these 15-minute intermediate highs right here. And yeah, we had this unfilled 15-minute above as well. And along with that, if we come to the hourly, what do we have? We have these hourly highs and then relative equal highs over here with these hourly highs. Let me turn this off real quick. So yeah. I wanted to see a sweep of this low right here, and then we could possibly continue higher towards, like I said, this 15-minute intermediate high, and then eventually this hourly high up here. That was my final target. AMD model cooking up, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, go higher. And yeah, we ended up getting the sweep of this big ass wick right before market open. So I told myself, cool, if we get an inversion of either this gap right here, or if it's a big old candle and we come up here and just inverse all of this, I'll go ahead and enter even if the candle is all the way up here. It doesn't really bother me because, I mean, even if I did put my stops all the way down here, it was only a 50-point stop loss. So it is what it is. And I was just going to go ahead and target that hourly high above. So yeah, as you can see, market opened and we got the close all the way up here. So I didn't necessarily like that. We did inverse absolutely everything, but we got the close all the way up here. So I was like, that's a little bit too premium for me. I'm just going to go ahead and wait. And as you can see, we ended up chopping around, and then we got a 30-second short in here. And this 30-second short didn't look too bad. We were rejecting 15-minute BPR. So actually looking back on it, when I was journaling, I could have definitely took this. But like I said, I was bullish on the day and I didn't want to take shorts, which is kind of ironic because I lost off of a short. But yeah, looking back on this, I definitely could have took this play, went break even here. But I just didn't like the target. Yeah, we did have an unfilled 5-minute fair value gap right here resting that we have yet to tap into. We kind of edged it, left relative go lows with this. So I guess you could have targeted that. And as you can see, we actually ran right to it. So at this point in time, I was like, okay, cool. If we go ahead and get displacement from here, now we're inside of this 5-minute. Let's go to the 5-minute chart real quick. We're inside of this 5-minute gap that we originally missed. I was like, okay, cool. If we can get an inversion to the upside, awesome. Again, we have a 1-minute BPR. If you guys didn't see the video from yesterday, I talk about BPR and how it's my favorite type of inversion. And what do we end up getting? Well, candles were kind of slow here, and that's what kind of stopped me from entering this trade. As you can see, not really much volatility. Each candle is only about, what, 20 points after this one being damn near 70. So there's this saying by Lil Pump, you're going 70 miles an hour. How fast does it take you to go 70? I can't say it on here. 70. Yeah. Anyways, we ended up getting the inversion of the 1-minute BPR right here. And if you guys like this, you guys could have entered. However, I was being super cautious because, again, I didn't like the volatility. And at this point in time, I think there was a 2-minute as well. We have yet to close above the 2-minute. So let's wait for the 2-minute to close. 2-minute close right here. Okay. At this point in time, you could have entered off this 2-minute closure, which I think most of you did. I know a lot of people probably on social media took this because it was not a bad trade at all. However, I just didn't like my stop loss placement. It was either going to be at CE of this wick right here or below this wick, and 65 points is kind of a lot. I guess I could have de-risked or just put it at CE of this wick, something like this, 52 points, and then target these relative equal highs up here. So that's something I could have, I guess, journaled, but I ended up waiting for this 1-minute closure right here. And I was waiting for this 1 minute, and once that 1 minute ended up getting closed through, I entered. So my entry point was somewhere up here. If we go to MNQ, as you can see, my entry point was literally right here with my stops below this candle. I went break even at this 15-minute internal high, which was inside of that 15-minute BPR, and my final target was those hourly relative equal highs above. And as you can see, we got chopped around, ended up getting break even on this trade. However, this trade did end up playing out right at 10 a.m. And then 10 a.m. came, and what happened at 10 a.m.? We left data highs, and we immediately got a wick lower. This was not the trade idea. That was horrible RR, whatever I just seen. And we ended up getting some displacement lower, and we got a 1 minute CISD. However, what else was there? We were also inside of like a 5-minute gap over here to the left. So I really wanted to see this 5-minute break. And then on top of that 5-minute, there was also a couple 3 minutes. And the reason why I like this trade, even though I was bullish on the day, first and foremost, let's go over what I could have done better on this trade. Okay, we weren't delivering from a fair value gap. All we did was take out liquidity. Okay, so therefore not an A+ trade. What else did I fade? Well, I failed to realize that there was a 15-minute bullish fair value gap right here that I didn't wait for a closure on the 15-minute. Okay, on top of that, what am I targeting? My targets kind of suck. My ultimate target was London low right here, but what are these lows right here? Well, this is a low that swept out a low inside of a fair value gap. Okay, so we have a low right here inside of a fair value gap. That intermediate low originally already got swept, and then the second low got swept as well. Therefore, we're probably not going to come back to here. So that is what I could have done different. However, I like this displacement. Beautiful displacement. Okay, not only did we get both of the 3-minute versions, okay, not only did we get a 4-minute right here, not only did we get a 5-minute, I think there was a 2-minute that we also got. Yeah, we got all the 2-minute, literally every time frame closed. Even the 1 minute's closed. So I went ahead and entered off the 3-minute, and I don't even think I've seen that take a profit, honestly. Here is my entry point, and my original stop loss was actually right here. And when I seen my stop loss was inside of a 5-minute BPR, my stop loss placement was just not that good. I was expecting us just to continue to flush through at least towards these lows, but like I said, I failed to realize that A, we were inside of a 15-minute gap, and B, those targets just were not good, right? So here is our BPR, our 5-minute BPR, okay? And my stop loss originally was at the top of this 3-minute fair value gap right here. Not a good stop loss placement at all. But like I said, I expected us just to continue to flush through. Clearly, we did not do that. So after I seen that we were kind of chopping around, we made this candle lower right here, this 1 minute. And I kind of like was telling myself, okay, if we come and revisit this area, I should have just moved my stops to above this candle. But I told myself, okay, if we come and revisit this area, I'm not liking the reaction. If we looked on the 30-second, I don't have the 30-second on here. I only have it on Top Step. But if you looked on the 30-second chart, there was like 30-second longs that were playing out pretty good. Like they were pretty decently sized for value gaps that got inverse on the 30 seconds. So I was like, I'm not really liking this. I ended up full closing. Where did I full close at? Where's my actual... I ended up just full closing right here instead of letting it run another 10 points. So I saved myself a few bucks. And yeah, ended up losing $330 on this trade, but it is what it is. Like I said, the trade idea was down here towards these lows. And then we ended up getting this 5-minute to the upside. And at this point in time, again, I mean, yeah, we have data highs right here, but the targets just aren't that great and obvious. We just inversed everything to the downside. I mean, we kind of inversed everything back to the upside, right? We inversed this 5-minute VPR to the upside. We inversed this 5-minute fair value gap to the upside. But again, the targets just were not that good. And overall, yeah, that was just the theme for today. Just not really good targets after we took out those highs. And yeah, but overall, that was pretty much it. We ended up getting this 5-minute lower. And the reason I faded this 5-minute to the downside, let's go over here. The reason why I faded this 5-minute to the downside was because it was literally just a Trump tweet, or there was some Iran news, and I figured that was the only reason why we were going to go down. Now, if he didn't tweet, I'm probably taking this trade with my stops like either right here or above this candle. And again, I'm going ahead and targeting London lows. But yeah, like I said, since it was war news, it could have went this way and then immediately back up. So I just decided to stay out the market, take my 1 loss on the day, my 2 trades a day. So I was fine with the result, $330. It is what it is. I can make that shit back tomorrow. So yeah, with that being said, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead, leave them in the comments. And yeah, if you guys want to join the free Discord, link is below. I post my journal in there every single day. So if you guys want to read my own personal journal that I literally write in every single day after every trade, it's in the free Discord as well. So yeah, if you guys want money off your evaluations, code LoeGpa, looser trades, check that out. And I will catch y'all boys in the next one.